If your hatch didn't go as planned, don't worry, you're not alone. Here are 5 common reasons chicken eggs don't hatch, and what you can do to get a better result next time. Reason number 1, sometimes the eggs just flat weren't fertile to begin with. That means no chick ever started to grow inside the egg. When you candle the egg, you might see nothing, not even blood vessels. This usually comes down to the males in your flock. If you don't have a rooster, your eggs won't be fertile. I mean, of course that makes sense, right? But even with roosters in your flock, things can still go wrong. If you have too few, your hens may not all get fertilized. But if you go to the other side and you have too many, the males can just fight or overbreed the females and therefore raise the stress in your flock and lower fertility. A good balance is 1 rooster for every 8 to 10 hens. But even if your eggs are fertile, something as simple as temperature could still ruin your hatch. And let's look at that next. Reason number 2 is temperature is one of the biggest factors in hatching chicken eggs. If your incubator gets too hot, it can cause the chick to develop too fast and die early. And if it's too cold, the embryo might stop growing and or not develop fully. The sweet spot is 99.5 degrees Fahrenheit, which for our friends with the metric system is 37.5 degrees Celsius for forced air incubators, and 101 degrees Fahrenheit or 38.3 degrees Celsius for still air models. Use a good quality thermometer. Actually, 2 thermometers would be better than 1, just to make certain that the temperature is correct and it stays where we need it from day 1 to day 21. Alright, so your temps were fine, but what if the problem actually started before the eggs were even laid? Reason number 3 might surprise you. Reason number 3 is the genetics behind your chickens play a huge role in your success of hatching their eggs. In chickens, line breeding is something that is commonly done. Taking the dad and breeding it back to the daughter, or the mother and breeding it to the son, is fine as long as we're keeping track. But if we are breeding brother to sister, or we are bringing the line in and repeating that cross, that could spell disaster. It weakens the bloodline, and you might see embryos that start to grow but quit halfway through, or chicks too weak to actually fully hatch. To keep your flock healthy, bring in new blood every so often. It helps maintain the strong genetics needed for your chickens to thrive. Genetics can be tricky, but even the perfect chick can fail if the eggs are too old. Let's talk about how long you can wait before you incubate your eggs. Reason number 4 is eggs don't last forever. Not when it comes to hatching. If you wait too long to set your eggs, the embryo might not start at all or stop partway through. The best time to set eggs is 3 days after they've been laid, or definitely within 7 days after they've been laid. After that, our hatch rate and success really goes down. We need to make certain that we're storing our eggs correctly as well. We need to store them in a cool room, about 59 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit, or 15 to 18.3 degrees Celsius, pointy side down. Also, you know how we turn these eggs in the incubator? We need to make certain that we are turning the eggs once a day when we are storing them. One easy method is just to raise one end of the egg carton up a little higher and then drop it the next day. Almost there, but the final mistake is one that ruins more hatches than anything else and is often overlooked. Reason number 5 is humidity matters more than most people think. You have dry hatching over here, which I personally have never done, but most of us are going to use water and humidity to help hatch our eggs. If the incubator is too dry, the egg may lose too much moisture and the chick gets stuck to the shell. We need to make sure that we are keeping the humidity around 40 to 50% for the first 18 days. Then raise it to 65 to 70% for the final 3 days, which helps soften the eggshells for the chicks to peep out of. A pro tip: if you are struggling to get your humidity to regulate, is to put a sponge in there with your water trays, which will help keep that humidity more constant. If this helped you, hit that like button and share this with a friend. And click right here where YouTube has the perfect video for you to watch